Well, I was gonna wait until tomorrow to talk about Tuesday and Wednesday's episodes, but when I saw news that Beyond the Gates ratings were great in the first week, I had to talk about it. Now, where the daytime ratings are concerned these days, they focus on the demo a lot, so I don't know total viewers. But in the demo, Beyond the Gates not only had a good debut, but it beat up on General Hospital's booty. Beat that ass around on General Hospital. They also go head to head in many parts of the country, meaning they're on at the same time. So Beyond the Gates coming out of the gate, beating General Hospital in the ratings, I couldn't ask for more because that show hates its audience and has for years, and it deserves nothing but what it's getting right now at the bottom of the ratings with the new soap. Now, the more impressive thing will be if Beyond the Gates can continue to beat GH in the ratings. That GH has been around for a long time. And Beyond the Gates has to continue to build an audience. I think they can, but it's a soap opera. It's on every day. Some weeks are going to be stronger than others where the ratings are concerned. But it's great to see the early success. Beyond the Gates had better ratings than anything on ABC Daytime. And almost everything on NBC Daytime as well. The only thing on NBC that had a better demo than... On NBC, if I said that, I don't know. The only thing on NBC that had a better demo than Beyond the Gates was the third hour of the Today Show. And honestly, Beyond the Gates' demo was not that far off from Bold and the Beautiful's demo either. So yeah, strong first week for Beyond the Gates. Love to see it because I do enjoy the show. As for today's episode, the positives are out of the way. This was definitely my least favorite episode from Beyond the Gates so far, the first 7 episodes. I just did not like the press conference that Vernon called for the Dupree family because I don't know if the writing was going for the fact that Vernon looked dumb, old, and out of touch at the press conference, but he did. But I don't think the writing was going for that. I think they were trying to really say Vernon did something there, and that by the end of the press conference, he might have been able to get some of the press on his side. But I found it odd because they wrote in the fact that Chelsea recorded it all, what Dani did at the wedding, on live stream. So everyone was able to see what happened at the wedding with their own eyes because Chelsea recorded it. So I don't understand how a press conference or the news writing about what happened is going to really spin it in a good light for Dani. So when Vernon was trying to spin it, he just seemed so old and out of touch because it was on live stream and everyone saw it with their own eyes. Dani showing up when she wasn't supposed to. It was already, the gall of the Dupree family for calling the press conference without Dani, who had the gun at the wedding. But then she showed up, tried to save face with the family at least, give her apologies for bringing shame on the family. Then Bill showed up, despite Hayley not wanting him to. That was one of the more interesting parts of the episode today because I like seeing Hayley stand up to Bill. I didn't think we were going to see that quite yet, but we do. Hayley didn't want Bill to go. Hayley wanted to roll around in the sack with her new husband on their wedding night. But Bill was too concerned about his ex-wife still, too concerned about the Dupree family, trying to one-up Dani about what happened at the wedding and one-up the family at the press conference. Way more concerned about that than his new wife. So Hayley was not pleased, but Hayley did go to the press conference with Bill. And my favorite part of the episode was when Bill tried to say, he didn't try to say, he was correct in saying that Dani had been threatening both he and Hayley all week and that she punched Hayley. But what cracked me up is when Bill said that she disfigured Hayley's face and then Hayley's in the background rubbing her face. That was good. That Hayley continues to grow on me as a very entertaining character as well, being the homewrecker and all. But Bill did a good job with the press conference. I didn't think the Dupree family did. So I just didn't understand it from a writing point of view, why the Dupree family actually called the press conference when Vernon just looked dumb and out of touch. And I don't think they did a good job. Some of the press was calling the Dupree family out. It's just like the family goes out of their way to enable Dani, to make it seem like what Dani does just is okay. I guess that's the point that the show is trying to drive home. Other things in today's episode, it was a Leslie free day, and I think that's why it was my least favorite episode. I really need by the end of the week for the Leslie, Eva, Nicole, Ted story to start getting more airtime. The Dani stuff has been front and center. It's the driving force of the show. I get it, but I need a B story to get more screen time. Because if the B story is supposed to be the Ashley, Andre, Derek love triangle, then that's not a good thing. Not feeling that triangle. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again today. It's not working for me. Andre's supposed to be this player. I guess we're supposed to believe, though, that he's just always had this crush on Ashley. I don't know. I don't see it for them because the chemistry is not there. It's still not there. Derek being the awkward third wheel with them at the hospital. I didn't feel sorry for Derek because, like I said yesterday, not my favorite actor on the show. Sorry. So yeah, that got a lot of screen time today, and wasn't happy with that. We got Chelsea still being upset that she ended up live streaming what happened at the wedding. She's beating herself up about it. Martin, of course, a lot of the family is saving face for his sake, and Smitty is feeling some kind of way about Martin enabling Dani by saying he understands how people kind of strike out in anger. So they are trying to set up for when Smitty finds out whatever Martin did in the past, if he killed someone, which is what they seem to be setting up. But they don't give a whole lot of screen time to Martin and Smitty either. So it's hard for me to care about that as well. So I'm hoping as the week goes along here, we still got 3 episodes this week. I'm not saying you got to backburn the Dani, Bill, Hayley stuff, but it'd be nice for some of these other stories to start to gain some more momentum and just get more screen time, period. Because if they're going to make me care about Martin and Smitty, I'm going to need to see some more screen time that's hopefully more interesting than what we're getting from them so far. And definitely the same. I don't want more screen time for the Ashley, Andre, Derek triangle because I don't think that they're going to sell me on that. That was kind of it. Dani then hooks up with Andre again. She is, I guess, trying to make herself feel better with sexcapades with Andre. And Andre's a player, so of course he's game. Although I guess maybe you could say Andre's trying to get over whatever he has going on, or hope that he had going on with Ashley. Ashley wanted some loving from Derek, but Derek wanted her to rest after her big day at the hospital of delivering a baby in the elevator. So they didn't end up having sex. And then where Bill and Hayley are concerned, what still, like I said earlier, was the best part of the episode, I think, was seeing their dynamic now that they're married. They didn't have a good wedding night because Bill was still obsessing about his ex-wife on the wedding night to Hayley. And Hayley isn't feeling it, so already trouble for the newlyweds. We did get a flashback of Dani and Bill from a time after Naomi and Jacob's wedding. It was a needed flashback to see that at the time, Bill really seemed to love Dani and was thankful for Dani for standing by him as he continued to grow his career. So what happened that Bill then cheated on her with Hayley and is being cruel Maybe we'll find that out over time. But as they've set it up, Bill cheated on Dani several times. So I think Bill's just one of those scumbag dudes who, unfortunately, sleeps around. So yeah, that's all for today. Hoping we get more Leslie tomorrow. Definitely my storyline. Today with her not being on really hit home that I need more from that story. Just we need more B stories starting to take front and center now. It's been good. Couple people probably don't like my negativity about the show. I'm still excited about the show. I'm celebrating them beating General Hospital's ass in the demo. But I'm still going to be real about my opinion. And my opinion is that the Dani, Bill, Hayley stuff still has a lot of legs. But it could be not backburned, but a little less time so that other storylines can now become more important. It's necessarily. Because if not, it's just Bold and the Beautiful, which just has one story going on and then maybe a B story that gets a little bit of screen time. Because that's what's happening so far. And that's not a good thing. Because this isn't even a half-hour show either. At least, even though that's still bad that Bold and the Beautiful does that, in my opinion, it's a shorter show. This is a longer show. We can use some B stories now getting more airtime going forward.